Last week we began a discussion with Davis Garrison III from Preservation Financial about the fact that he thinks we're in for a correction in the stock market. And today Davis is here to share with us why he thinks we need to be a little defensive when it comes to retirement planning right now. Davis, appreciate you being here, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
You told me that you think there's some distractions happening in the market right now. What do you mean by that? And what do you mean by we have to get defensive?
Well, worldwide, and on March 18th, Warren Buffett, in his annual address to Berkshire Hathaway stockholders, said to prepare in the future, in the very near future, for potentially a 30, 50, or even a 70% drop in the market.
Wow.
So a lot of people listen to the Oracle of Omaha, and his record speaks for itself. And because of that, we have built our specialty around life, and we've mentioned them numerous times before, lifetime fixed guaranteed income annuities. And they were designed, you can actually design yourself a private pension around these because they do not take part in any of the downside of the market. The floor is zero.
Right. And you know, we talk about 401ks, we talk about IRAs. You know, we used to talk about pensions a lot more than we do now, but this is the way, I love the way you put that, coming up with your own private pension plan.
Right. Pensions fell out of favor in the early 80s because that was when 401ks got their beginning, and companies realized that they did not have to absorb the liability of the pension. They could shift that to the employees via their contributions and potentially matching funds. So that's what happened with pensions. Social Security, red flag there. The Social Security Trust Fund is unfunded to the tune of $17 trillion. Right. And these fixed indexed annuities have evolved since 1995 when they were first introduced. And we even have, we're completely independent. There's somewhere around 42, 43 different companies that we can do business with. Right. And two of these companies recently have come out with, if you will, say you're 55 years old and plan on retiring at age 65, if you will leave your contract in deferral for 10 years, they will add a bonus day one of 22% or 25% in case of the other company. Right. Now that's staggering. Right. And the largest wealth manager in the world is BlackRock. BlackRock manages $6.23 trillion, and they just teamed up with the number 5 money manager in the world, which is an insurance company, and they BlackRock actually designed an index for this insurance company. With fixed index annuities, you are not invested in the market. You link to an index like the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index. Of note, I don't know if people saw it this week, but GE was dropped out of the Dow 30, the 30 largest companies, yes. Replaced by Walgreens. GE was the first company ever brought into the Dow Jones Industrial Index. Okay. So there are a lot of things going around. Yes.
Things are changing.
Things are changing. Look at the denuclearization of North Korea. What's going to happen with that? Middle East tensions, so on and so on and so on.
Things happening in the world all kind of filter back, and it's all a trickle. You hate to use trickle, but it all affects everything else.
And in this century,
and we're talking about the market.
Right. In this century, we've had 2 recessions. Right. Right at 50%. When the dot-com bubble burst in 1999, 2001 and 02 was a recession, and then the crash 2007, 8, and 9,
Right.
that's longevity risk. That takes time. You have to make 100% to gain back 50%.
50%. And before we let you go, you have some things here you want to give folks. If they want to come by your office, you'll be taking care of them, right?
The first 11 callers call Rachel at our office,
Right.
and she will we'll send them to you, or you can come by and pick them up. A colleague of mine wrote this book.
Okay.
This is a 33-minute DVD that describes fixed index annuities in detail.
Right.
You need to have these.
And you need to come by and see you.
Yes,
All
most
right.
definitely.
Davis, thank you so much. It is Preservation Financial, and there is that phone number. First 11 callers to that number right there on the screen. You'll get that DVD, you'll get that book, and you'll be on your way to being smart about planning for your retirement.